I toughened yet. I would prefer it if I kept it that way. It would be quite nice to me tonight. I told my grandma I was doing a stand-up gig, and she said to me, "Oh, you never struck me as the funny type," which is up there with some of my grandma's better compliments, like, "Oh, he looks like that beard makes him look like a terrorist." So now, not only am I not funny, I'm also an enemy of the West, which is, always a good start. Another thing she said to me, she said, "Luke, if you're feeling a little bit nervous, just try and picture the audience that you're talking to naked." You alright? I'm used to awkward situations anyway, though. I was in the supermarket the other day. I was in there buying condoms. Oh yeah. Because you never know when you're going to run out of balloons. But I was looking in the condom section at all the different condoms on offer. And I thought the one that would appeal to me most was Pleasure Max, to match my style. They're a little bit misleading though, aren't they, condom names? You never get one called Thumb It In, do you? So I'm at the checkout, condoms in hand, no shame. And I see all the sweets on the side, and I see a toba, and I think, why not? Live a little. It wasn't until I put them down together and saw the horror on the checkout girl's face that I knew the mistake I had made. I could see her thought process. Oh, condoms. Looks like someone's going to have fun tonight. There's nothing more awkward than watching someone think you're about to shove the Swiss Alps up your arse. Oh dear. Should I turn the mic off then by accident? That's a good start. In hindsight, really, what I should have done is bought a tube of Smarties. Something cylindrical and smooth. I don't want to think that I'm weird. Speaking of weird, actually, I don't watch television that often, but the last time I did, Take Me Out was on. What a great show that is. Yeah. If any of you haven't seen Take Me Out, basically a lad stands on a podium surrounded by slags who then get to pick, by leaving the light on, you know the catchphrase, whether or not they want to date him, and then he gets to pick from the ones that are left. Apart from the fat ones. Nobody ever picks the fat ones. But what I was thinking was, do any of these relationships actually last? I mean, what if they have children? Daddy, where did you meet Mummy? I won her on a game show. Who says romance is dead? She's in the attic next to the cuddly toy and the blank checkbook. I can't watch TV anymore though. It really just is mind-numbing. And again, yeah, I'm good at this. I'm a professional. I can't really cook anymore without imagining what the Come Dine With Me narrator would be slagging me off in my own head. But that is an inspired piece of television. I would like to see him commentate on other things apart from cooking. Like the Paralympics, for example. Oh, you're not getting much of a rally going on there. You'd be better off playing a game of swing ball. The Paralympic bobsled is pretty much the same as the Olympic bobsled, really, when you think about it. But I was complaining about television, as I always do, and my friend said to me, "Why don't you read a book?" I thought, yeah, alright, I'll read a book. Anyone here read books? Anyone remember what books are? They're things you used to have, yeah? Oh, sorry, I just realised I was sounding like one of those observational comedians. An alternative night, not a good idea. Yeah, the sort of actor, it's like, anybody read books? Anybody drink water? Yeah? Anybody get hungry? Yeah, when you haven't eaten for a while, yeah? And then, anybody go and eat, don't you? Oh, it's mad, isn't it? I saw an observational comedian once. He was blind. It's a prop, it's a prop. I don't actually walk around with these. He came on stage and he said, oh, don't you just hate it when your guide dog runs off and leaves you? Oh, isn't it embarrassing when you think you're reading a book but you're actually just rubbing your nipples? Isn't it a pain? Isn't it annoying? When you think you've caught in a storm but you've actually just walked into a car wash? What was I talking about? Books. That's it, books. Anyone read books? Well, my mate said to me, why don't you read a book? And I did. I haven't read for a while, so I thought I'd ease myself in gently with the easy option, you know, the autobiography. One stood out to me in particular because if you've read the cover of this autobiography, you might as well just about stop there. This is the autobiography of Mr. Strong, illustrated by Roger Hargreaves, who apparently was on a lot of drugs at the time he did the self-portrait for the cover. I think we can assume from the title of the book that he is, well, strong. But nevertheless, the book opens with the eye-catching first line. This is the story of Mr. Strong. Quite apparently obvious from the cover that this is the story of Mr. Strong. Not the strongest start ever. I don't think even Katie Price has that low an expectation of a demographic. And I thought, this is rubbish, but then I thought, stick with it. You haven't read for a while, there might be some emotional journey I might be led on, something I can get my teeth into. Mr. Strong is the strongest person in the whole wide world. Is this for children or the dementia-ridden? Yeah, he's strong. We get it. Alright? The strongest person there ever has been. And probably, a bit of modesty, probably the strongest person there ever will be. Give it a rest, Strong! If that is your real name. If you had any proof that Mr. Strong is anything except a lunatic. Here you see him casually throwing a cannonball at a bird. If you can see that there. He's a fucking psychopath. But that isn't the worst. As you go further into the book, it gets a little bit more sinister. Would you like to know, this is, I quote, would you like to know the secret of Mr. Strong's strength? Would you?
Yeah.
Eggs. And I quote, the more eggs Mr. Strong eats, the stronger he becomes. Look at his face, and it actually says, stronger, and stronger, and stronger. I mean, looking at this, it's quite obvious who did all those horrific injuries to Mr. Bump. Who before the accident was named Mr. Bump actually because he was partially sighted. Mr. Strong snuck up on him, an egg in one hand, a Toblerone in the other. Mr. Bump had no way of escaping because, as happens quite often to blind people, his guide dog had only gone and left him. Mr. Strong went up to him and said, in the take me out fashion, let the toad see the hole, and as those brilliant catchphrases that Paddy McGuinness reeled out week after week. And the rest was too disgusting to repeat this early on in a comedy performance. Well, thank you for not headkilling me. I was the first one on. Now I'm going to run off to the bar. Forget I was ever up on this stage. Thank you very much.